fragrance. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ali, and in this channel we talk about anything and everything fragrance related. In today's video, it's going to be a content creator tag. I also did put a post in my Instagram of asking people, my followers, my friends, families, for their questions that they have, anything and everything under the sun, basically, except for math. I did really put that, except math. Yeah, and today is the day I'm going to answer those questions. Are we ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so before I start, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who participated and throw your questions, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions the best I could. All right, first question that I have: how do you feel about the term influencer? Do you feel you are one? No, I do not feel that I am an influencer. I am a fragrance enthusiast above anything else. And I do love being called a content creator. I do love making content for perfumes and fragrances. But the term influencer, I'm still a little bit indifferent. Not a little bit, a lot bit indifferent about the term. I don't think I am one. I would want to assume at a certain point I will be able to be a great influence to a lot of people when it comes to fragrances, but as of now I just want to be a content creator. Okay, question number 2: how did you decide to become a content creator? Okay, so this is kind of like a very personal / sad story. Both my parents passed few months apart, and I was in a kind of a trance, or I don't want to say I was depressed, but I was in a depressive state. I was very sad. I was grieving so much. There's just days that I get up and I don't really get excited about anything. So that's when one of my friend, he kind of just asked me if I would be able to post content about fragrances, because when he kind of like noticed whenever we talk about fragrances, I just get excited about it. So he's like, you know what, you should put up an Instagram page where you just talk about fragrances and you don't have to get personal with it, you know, just talk about something you're very passionate about. So that's how I got into content creation about fragrances, and in some ways or other, it helped me navigate through my grieving process. Don't get me wrong, I'm still grieving and all that, but it helped me so much, tremendously, to be able to unlock potentials that I didn't even know I do have. Like, here is standing in front of you on a camera, just doing YouTube videos, just filming myself, just doing contents, doing recommendation, things like that. I would never ever have imagined I'll be able to do that. So that's kind of like how it started. And I just also want to say thank you to each and every one of the other people who also encouraged me so much to keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah. Third question: what is your experience knowing other content creators? Okay, so I do have a lot of content creator friends, and everyone is just so kind, so generous, so loving. Everyone is so nice. The fragrance community as a whole is just so kind to me. This is a community where everyone just shares their knowledge. Everyone is just so supportive, and yeah, I just love it. I do have many content creator friends. I do have brand owner friends. creative directors, I love meeting them. I love hearing stories on how they started, and a lot of these brand owners, especially the indie niche perfumeries, they started from just quitting their job, putting everything up in the air, and pursuing what they are passionate about, which is still at this point mind-blowing for me, to be able to be that brave, to risk everything that they own for something they're very passionate about. So yeah. Fourth question, what do you feel about sponsorship? Sponsorship, I do love sponsorship. This is why I was able to build good relationships with brand, but I've only do sponsorship to fragrance company or to brands that aligns with my morals and values. I do have several fragrance sponsorship that I had to turn down. Some are big names, you'll be surprised. It's just not because I do not believe in their companies or anything like that. It's just I legit do not like any of their perfumes, so it's gonna be like a little bit difficult for me to be genuine and authentic towards the camera for it or doing content. So I love sponsorship. I love being sponsored for the brands that I truly love, like. So yeah. Experiences with brands. I have a lot of good experiences with brand. I love speaking with, like I said earlier, brand owners, creative directors. I love knowing the process. I'm not a very artistic person, so I feel like I live precariously through these people being able to do what they do or to pursue what they pursue. So it's very inspiring for me to be able to hear them stories and to know it firsthand. Experiences with brands, although maybe there are a few experiences that I kind of like am not particularly fond of. There are some brands who approach me and telling me like they would do sponsorship, but they would want me to tell the audience or my followers, my friends, not to put PR or not to have it as a gift. They wanted to make it seem like I bought the product or something like that, which I kind of like don't like that idea. There are brands who would approach me who does a lot of dupe fragrances, and not that I have anything against dupe fragrances. Fragrances as it is very expensive, like Tom Ford, Baccarat Rouge. There's a lot of dupes in the market, in the space right now, but it's just not me. It just doesn't align with who I am, I guess. So when it comes to dupe, I'm a little bit apprehensive, trying to like put it out there for my content. I'd rather do like indie perfumery than doing dupe, if I'm being honest. If you scroll through my pages, I don't think you would see any of like a dupe fragrance that I have, because I don't have anything like that. Yeah, I guess that's it. At the end of the day, it comes down to something that I want to be able to produce that I could look back years from now and be able to be proud of, that I'm able to collaborate with this brand or do this kind of like content. So yeah. How to deal with negative comments? This is a great question. I actually been having a lot of negative comments pretty recently, and I'm such an unbothered person. I sometimes don't deal with it because I don't really have time. Secondly, I kill them with kindness. So sometimes the people who would comment negatively and me just being positive about it, or just me being nice or kind or polite about it, that kind of like kills them. I guess that's a term. Dream sponsorship. Okay. Okay, my dream sponsorship, and hopefully this materializes this year. Hello, Renaud. He is a creative director of this brand called Amouage. They are a Omani perfume brand, and yeah, I would love to do a collaboration with them and a sponsorship or a partnership or anything along that line. It's just, this brand really inspires me, pushes boundaries. Yeah, and I'm such a huge fan of their perfumer, Alexis. And yeah, I just love their work as a whole, as a company. Oh, that's another thing. I also love meeting perfumers. So yeah. Okay, next question. Do you edit your own video? Okay, so I do not edit my own video, and I'm sure Brielle, hi Brielle, thank you so much for doing such amazing and creative thing in my videos. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. So yeah, I don't think I have time to edit my own videos. I have an amazing editor. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is the reason why I am able to produce as many videos as I could, because of the person editing it that's helping me truly. Okay, I do have next question here. Sneak peek of the upcoming PDM perfume or Perfumes de Marly fragrance. Okay, so I was in an event with Perfumes de Marly pretty recently. I think it was last weekend, and I was able to get a sniff on my skin with a fragrance called Perseus. That's Perseus. How is it? It is sparkly, fruity, floral. I feel like it's great in spring and summer fragrance. And the thing is, it doesn't project as much as I would want it, but when I got home, like few hours after, like I got home and then I went to bed and then I woke up, I could literally smell the Perseus on my skin, and I was very, very impressed with how the dry down is. So yeah, they are very specific, not to mention the notes on Perseus, but it is a great spring summer fragrance that I feel like everyone would love. Next question. Fragrance on hair, what's your opinion? Does it ruin the hair? Okay, so fragrance for hair. Generally speaking, putting fragrance or perfume on your hair is okay, but we also have to be very cautious about it. Perfume often contains alcohol, and that could dry or damage our hair. So it might lead to kind of like a potential damage potential, which is like very, very, I feel like it's a low risk when it comes to it. A safe way to be putting fragrance on my hair personally is I spray on my hairbrush and then just brush it through. It also gives that evenly like smell towards my hair. This also allow like a great distribution on my hair. Also, what I do as well is I use fragrant shampoo and conditioner. My brand that I use is Kerasis. It's a Korean brand. So my hair always smells amazing. It's like fruity, floral. It's kind of like a vibe. That's why people would always ask me if I put perfumes on my hair, which I don't do that often because I use perfumed conditioner and shampoo. Next question, we have recommendations for office, girls' night out, and date night. Okay, this is such a great question. Personally, I do have different kinds of fragrances for different events, and I work in healthcare, so I have to be very considerate with my fragrance because I am always around people, and these are sometimes sick people, so a little bit allergens could exacerbate their conditions. So I would say that for office, it is ideal for us to wear fragrance that are subtle, first and foremost, not overpowering, and something that's very professional. So I always have this fragrance. Hold on. So this is my favorite work fragrance, especially during winter time. It is from La Maison de la Vanille. This is called Nude Salzburg Vanille Tabac. So this is something that I love wearing. It is vanilla and tobacco at the same time. It has that really good powdery, dry down, just a simple vanilla fragrance, which is a little spunky with tobacco or the tobacco. So yeah, I love this. I wear this a lot during winter time. I get a lot of compliment from it. It is not too overpowering. I want to say it kind of like smells like baby powder, and I do love that. Yeah. And if ever I do have a meeting, I do love wearing Tom Ford Fucking Fabulous. It just empowers me, or if I need to do a presentation in front of a crowd. So that's something I would wear. Yeah, sometimes I would wear something very powerful like Stephanie Humbert Soleil de Jeddah, which is very, very powerful fragrance, but the trick I do is I layer it with this really good fragrance from Skylar, Vanilla Sky. Actually, I picked a wrong one, but yeah, Vanilla Sky from Skylar. If I have fragrances that it is too overpowering, I just like spritz myself with Vanilla Sky. That's just a plain, right out the door, very simple, direct vanilla fragrance, which kind of like brings down whatever perfume I'm wearing. It says just kind of like grounds it. It blends it perfectly and it brings it, I want to say, 3 tones down. So I do love that for the layering. And for girls' night out, I feel like girls' night out should be something vibrant, fun, playful, something out there, lively, and a touch of exuberance. I feel like when we are with our friends, especially with our girlfriends, it is so good to be wearing a perfume you feel you're most playful about. So I wear this is one of my favorite fragrances. It's from this brand. It's an indie brand. It's called Elysian Perfumes. This is Jealous. It's that good pineapple. It's like a photorealistic. I used to wear this a lot on summertime, but I recently found out that I could rock it out even on winter time. The pineapple kind of like gets a little bit dark on my skin. It's deep, it's sultry, it gets smoky, and for some reason, I don't know why, it's woody and incensey. So I love that. So that's kind of like my vibe during winter. And what was that? A date night. So for romantic or intimate night, I do choose fragrances that are alluring, seductive, and has a hint of sensuality. So I do love skin scent fragrances. I love BDK Gris de Charnel, which has a black tea. I love that it's skin scent, but it's long lasting. It has cinnamon clove. It's just so relaxing. I also do love gourmand on date nights like this one. This is called Casa Murati. This is by Sir Joff. This is called Lera. It is a gourmand fragrance, kind of like that lemon cake, really good, powdery, a great vanilla fragrance, if I must. It's I don't really gravitate towards gourmand fragrances, but during date nights, this is something I could and would recommend. Oh, this is just, if you want your significant other to just bury their face on your neck, I would definitely recommend Lyra, BDK, Gris de Charnel Extrait, like something skin scent, and it gets more powerful the more your significant other just bury their faces onto your neck. So, yes. So, next question. What else is your favorite from the brand? And I'm guessing, hi Angel. Angel is asking for reinvented perfumes. So I posted my reel with me spraying this fragrance, asking question like if you have any questions for me, because I am doing this YouTube video. So this is a brand called Reinvented. They just recently launched, I feel like a year ago, and they've been getting a good traction. It is a great perfume house. They came out with 5 fragrances. This one is my favorite, Epiphany. They came out with Pheromones, which is my second favorite. It's a little bit sweeter, a little bit mass appealing. I feel like Pheromones is something that could really bring the brand to the new heights or to the next level. They have Sacred Bond, which I haven't smelled yet, and I'm excited to smell that one. Eureka and Illusion, but this one is such a favorite of mine because this is such a unique, incensey, smoky, very, very unique fragrance. The dry down on this one for me is just sexy, it's sensual, but at the same time it's empowering. So yeah, and I love the bottle of it. It comes with this futuristic cap, and each and every fragrance has different color for the caps. Next question, how to combine fragrances. There's not really wrong or right thing to do when it comes to layering your fragrances, but what I do for myself is, of course, you have to be, you shower and you have to have a really good base. Like I would use this really good body wash, and then I would moisturize and put unscented lotion. I just want to be able to build up my fragrances and be able to clear my skin too and moisturize. Secondly, I would apply fragrances to the pulse point, which is at the back of your ear, on your neck, on your arms, like somewhere that emits heat will be really good. Also, consider different notes if you are layering. I would say the general rule is to combine complementary or contrasting fragrance. So like what I said earlier, I do like layering my loud fragrances with some vanilla, just straight up vanilla fragrance to bring it down, to tone it down, to ground it, and to be able to wear it in public so that the public won't get offended. Although, you could wear whatever it is that you want in public, but I'm just a little bit more aware of my surrounding because I work in healthcare. So that's 2. Or 3, consider different notes. So first one is start with a neutral base, apply fragrance on the pulse points. Consider different notes. Timing matters. Also, if you are layering, make sure you layer one at a time and you let the fragrance kind of like sink into your skin before you put another one. Don't overdo it. I want to say I'm team oversprayer, but when it comes to layering, it's a trial and error. Start small and then build up from there. You don't want to be like suffocating yourself with fragrances. Next is consider fragrance family. You might be able to wanna start with layering fragrances from the floral family on the chypre family or the fougere family. You could start there before you try to mix it. Like I said, layering is a trial and error, and it is a fun way to be able to be unique and to bring out our own personality when it comes to fragrances. Next question that we have is tips on how often to reapply during the day. Okay, so when it comes to fragrances, there are different tiers of kind of fragrances. Like the less potent ones are EDC, which means eau de cologne has like 2 to 4% concentration. So if you are using that, you might want to reapply every like 2 hours, I would say. The next one is EDT or Eau de Toilette, which is, I want to say, 5 to 15% of fragrance oil that's in there. It's like light, moderately intense. Time-wise, it's like around 3 to 4 hours. So I would want to recommend applying every 3 hours. And then we have the Eau de Parfum, which is 15 to 20%. And the Extrait, which is 20 to 30%. A basic rule of thumb is the higher the concentration, the longer it lasts on your skin. But there's always exception to that rule. But then again, the general idea is if you're using EDP, Eau de Parfum, or Extrait de Parfum, you are able to you could wear it outside during the day without reapplying them, or maybe reapply after like 6-7 hours. So yeah. Okay, so next question we have is how to choose depending on season or weather. Okay, so I just want to say it out there, fragrances doesn't have a season. You could wear any fragrance the way you like it, when you like it, however you feel like wearing it. It doesn't also have an occasion to wear it. I sometimes would wear my occasion fragrances just by hanging out at home. Like one of my most expensive fragrances, I just want to wear it so that I know, it just makes me feel happy per se. Okay, so when it comes to that, basically the general idea is floral, fruity fragrances, kind of like gives it during like spring or summertime. So spring is like fresh fragrances, like fresh fragrance. You could also throw in there like a floral, citrusy notes, the lime, the lemon, things like that. And also the floral notes are lily of the valley. I like that during springtime. I like jasmine, the white floral ones. Something just vibrant and uplifting. On summer, however, this is something refreshing and invigorating. And also, if you're wearing your fragrances on the summer, it's probably best to reapply it because it's too much heat. Hands or fragrance kind of like dissipate in the air faster than colder weather. So this is more of like aquatic, fruity fragrance with a little bit of floral, but it's in the background. Tropical fruits is very, very common on summer fragrances. Autumn and fall, which are my favorite season to be wearing fragrances. This is a transitioning into a warmer scent. I would want to say these fragrances are a little bit more woody, complex. So throw in the wood notes on those, the spicy notes, the incensey notes. Fragrances that has ambers is usually for fall season. Cinnamon, vanilla, clove, those things. It's a little bit more comforting, I want to say. For winter, so usually there's a cross of summer, spring, and fall, winter. So for winter, it's just something that's rich, dark, opulent kind of fragrances. One of my favorite winter scents, and I've always wait for the coldest night for the winter to be able to wear it. It's called Back to Black by Kilian or Dark Lord by Killian as well. It's just that dark, incensey, leathery, woody. It's rich, and as I said, it's opulent. And also, you could look for those like leather notes, oud notes for winter scents is the best. It's because it transpires in the air so smoothly as well. And yeah, I guess another one is vanilla. It's luxurious to be wearing vanilla scents with a tinge of oud, leather when it comes to winter. So there's that. But also I do have a fragrances that is all year long that I wear. Yeah, so last question. What's in store for dog fragrance in the near future? Okay, great question. I am and I will be doing more and more YouTube videos. As you can see, I'm not trying to migrate my content from Instagram to YouTube. I'm just adding more content in YouTube. I feel like I have really came to embrace and enjoyed doing YouTube videos. And I will also be at Exans in Milan this 2024. It's gonna be March 6th to March 9th. So there's gonna be a lot of content for that. And I will also be at Glamcation in August. I'm trying to do the Beauty World Dubai in October. So there's gonna be a lot more going on. I'm working with amazing brands, niche and indie brands. And also I'll be continuing to write articles for fragrances in fragrance magazine. So that's something. And Instagram will always be Instagram. I'll be posting just random things, not too random though, like fragrances, foods, travel, and just kind of like a day-to-day thing. Yeah, I guess that's it. If you have any more ideas of what I should be doing, feel free to comment down below. All right, thank you all for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe on my channel. Until next time, I really did enjoy doing this video. Until next time, and don't forget, stay fragrant. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.